bar exam for you?
The bar itself was definitely the worst thing I've ever done. The studying for it was a whole other story. And I did complete it, but not without a trip to the hospital. 2 or 3 weeks before the bar exam, I just finished studying. It was late at night. I was actually taking a drink of water.
Like 3 weeks before the test, right?
Yeah, it was like 2.5 weeks. And while I'm drinking this water, my heart starts racing. I'm standing up. It's like 10 or 10:30 at night.
I'm laughing. It's not funny, but
I'm like, okay, this is weird. Like, I'm literally just standing here drinking water.
like taking deep breaths, like
Yeah, I'm doing like all the relaxation exercises I could think of. I was like, okay, what's going on? So I call my uncle, who's a pediatrician. And I say, hey, Uncle Kyle, sorry to bug you so late. This is going on. I explained what was happening, and he said, well, check your pulse on your wrist. So I do it. As I came to find out, I couldn't do it because my heartbeat was irregular. So I'm taking my pulse, and I'm erroneously calculating it to be 90 beats per minute. It was absolutely not that, but I told him on the phone, it's 90 beats per minute. He said, well, that's fine. Just, sleep on it and see what it's like in the morning. I go to bed somehow. I don't know how I fell asleep like that. And I wake up, it's still doing it. But I still had to study for the bar because, again, I'm 2.5 weeks before the exam. But I knew that it was going to be an interesting day. So I had the foresight to pack an overnight bag because I was like, I don't think I'll be coming back here today. I go to Starbucks.
get caffeinated.
Yeah, there's a whole series of bad decisions that I made. And I meet my girlfriend there because she was already going to be there to just kind of hang out with me while I studied. And about an hour into us just sitting there with, again, my heart's beating out of my chest. I hadn't told anybody besides my uncle. I said, hey, can you feel my chest or feel my heart? It's feeling a little weird. She feels it and her mouth drops. She then pulls out headphones and kind of covers it and like records it. And then we play it back and it's like the most irregular sound you can think of. And she said, your heartbeat isn't racing, it's irregular. And she's by no means a doctor, and with common sense, then could tell
That's
you.
not what a heartbeat sounds like.
That's not what a heartbeat sounds like. And so I was like, okay. And we sent it to some friends in med school, and they're like, go to the ER right now. I was like, man, but I gotta study. I got the bar exam in
and
2.5 weeks.
And that's toward the end where you're probably pulling 10, 12-hour days.
I say, okay. After I study, after Uncle Kyle gets off work, which is like 5 o'clock, I'll go by his house and see what he thinks. So I spend all day with my heart going crazy, and I go to his house, and he feels it, or listens to it, and says, go to the ER right now. So I go there, and then there's like 40 people in the waiting room. I sign up, I tell them what's going on, I sit down, and immediately, Mr. Childers, and then I hear a doctor going, is Mr. Childers here? I'm the next person they call back. I jump the whole line because they think I'm having a heart attack. And then they immediately put me onto the bed, and they're going to cardiovert me and put me under. And my uncle shows up because he got the call. And I said, hey, if they don't fix this, what could happen? He said, you could have a stroke. I said, okay, let's do this. And so they put me under, and they cardiovert me.
So that's the paddles?
Yeah.
You got
And
paddles.
I got to use my overnight bag. Like, no matter what, I was taking that exam.
Did they know what caused that?
The evaluations, and they did, it was revealed that I was experiencing a hyperactive thyroid. So my heart problems were a symptom of a hyperactive thyroid that everybody just assumes was exaggerated by the stress of studying. But the underlying cause of all that was never actually identified.
I can identify it.
What do you think?
The bar exam.
Yeah.
Where do we go from